Hey, what's the role of the school committee or school board? Some people think it's just showing up for a few meetings, hiring a superintendent, and approving a budget. If that's all you thought, oh no, it's way more than that. In fact, the school committee has way more power than most people think. They shaped our schools, influence what students learn, and guide how education dollars are used. In fact, the decisions they make ripple through the entire community, impacting neighborhoods and even the future workforce. So yes, it really matters who you vote for. Think of our public school system like a big ferry crossing the water, bringing our passengers, our students from all backgrounds, safely and joyfully to the destination. I actually use this ferry as part of my logo too, to remind ourselves how the system works and how every row contributes to the journey. The superintendent is the captain, steering the ferry day to day. They make sure the engines run, the crew is in place, and the ferry stays afloat. But the school committee, they are like the lighthouse, the compass, or even the GPS, guiding the ferry, checking the course, and alerting the captain to dangers or opportunities to improve. They set the direction, decide where we are headed, and make sure the captain is steering toward that destination. For those interested in the official job description of the school committee, I've shared a link in the description box below. It's worth a read if you want to understand their full responsibilities. The school committee members don't manage every classroom day to day. Teachers and principals handle that. But the school committee has big picture responsibilities, set district-wide goals and priorities, shape how education dollars are spent, even though the city council approves the final budget. Hire and evaluate the superintendent, the captain of our ferry, and hold them accountable. Of course, the school committee must hold themselves accountable too. Establish policies that affect curriculum, student safety, and school operations. Represent the community and ensure schools align with community values and needs. Think of it like this: the lighthouse, compass, or GPS does not steer the vessel, but it keeps the ferry on course and ensures that students reach their destination safely and successfully. Without that guidance, the ferry could drift or run into obstacles. Meanwhile, the superintendent, our ferry captain, manages the day-to-day operations. They make sure staffing, curriculum, schedules, and student services run smoothly. They respond to problems on the ground, a late bus, a staffing shortage, or curriculum updates. But the superintendent reports to the school committee. The captain follows the directions set by the lighthouse, compass, or GPS. Both roles are essential. Without a clear direction from the committee, the ferry could drift off course. Without a capable captain, the ferry would not move efficiently. Together with the committee guiding and the superintendent steering, the ferry, our schools, moves safely and effectively towards success. So why does voting for school committee matter? They set the vision for the district. They make long-term decisions about class sizes, school buildings, programs, and accountability measures. While they don't write the city's final budget, that's the city council's responsibility. They do influence how education dollars are used and ensure those funds support students effectively. Every voter's vote helps determine whether we are choosing the best lighthouse, compass, or GPS, and whether the ferry sails smoothly toward its destination or drifts into fog. In short, school committees decide the path of our schools and, by extension, the path of our community's future. A lot of people think, I don't have kids in the school, why should I care? But public education affects everyone. Good schools strengthen neighborhoods, support families, and help students thrive. When schools are strong and well supported, neighborhoods become more vibrant and stable. An important job of the school committee is to listen and problem solve. Kids need more time for lunch or recess. What can we do? Buses are late. What's the plan? The curriculum is not engaging, accessible, or appropriately challenging. What can be done? Parents want more programs, bilingual education, Montessori, or project-based learning. Why can't be that considered? Too often, community members speak at meetings and are met with silence. They write to school committee members and get no response. The bottom line, the school committee must be accountable to all constituents and taxpayers and must serve every student enrolled in the system. We need a school committee that listens, takes action, and makes decisions centering all students. We've tried one-size-fits-all approaches, and it often drains the joy out of learning. When schools were allowed to have some differences, teachers could adapt their teaching creatively and students could thrive in diverse ways. Equity matters, but making everything identical is not equity. Last week, I made a video about the true meaning of equity and why it matters. If you missed it, click here to watch it. Every school should have the potential to be special while providing equal opportunities. That means supporting academic, social, emotional, and physical development, respecting diverse learning styles, and ensuring resources reach every child who needs them. So even if you don't have kids in the system, your vote still shapes the community you live in. School committees don't just make decisions for students, they shape neighborhoods, cities, and the future we all share. Next time someone says, "Oh, it's just the school board," tell them, "No, it's the lighthouse, compass, and GPS." When you vote, look for school committee members who listen to the community, respond to concerns, make decisions centering all students, and hold themselves accountable to the public they serve. And if we care about the future of our schools, we need to care about who's holding that guidance. Vote, engage, make your voice count.